What is going on, everybody? This is your host Rob, back with another episode of From My Experience podcast. It's Biff and I, and we are in what is this, day 2 of quarantine?
Well,
It's
it
day
really
3.
depends on where you're from. Might be into a week or two. I don't know. Whatever day it is for you guys. Dear God,
Biff, you're breaking up really bad. Like
already.
you
I
sound
am.
like you sound like you underwater. Hello?
You hear me?
Nope.
Wait. Oh, I might be too far from my phone. I don't know where my phone is.
Oh, you're too far from you. Yeah, that would probably do it. Bluetooth isn't
One
infinite.
moment, please. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't realize that. Okay, let me see if I can go find it. Okay, I found it.
Um, you found your phone.
Yeah, I've located my tool. Hey, Sashi
Um,
dog.
Biff, how you been holding up?
Um, I don't know. It's actually been kind of funny. I'm not as chaotic as everybody is right now. I'm getting a little upset at the chaos because of what it's causing. But I'm surviving. I don't know. I don't know. I don't. I'm not sitting here saying no, it's not going to get me or it's not no threat. But I understand my probabilities, and I understand leaving people the fuck alone and staying out of places. So yeah, I'm just waiting on it to fly over.
Um, I've been getting information trickling in daily, so it's like one day relax, the next day, oh, we need y'all to do this, the next day we need y'all to do
Yeah.
that. Peace and blessings to everyone who is stuck at home due to the coronavirus. I'm stuck at home for a month. Um, Not stuck at home, but off work. So
Yeah.
I'm really trying to figure out what to do with myself. I feel for those who don't have any income coming in and don't know what to do with their children. And your grocery bill is gonna be high as hell. Yeah, better go
There's
back to
gonna
those 90s, 2000 days and stock up on cereal. I used to crush some cereal when I was stuck home. Oh my god.
Biff, it's like, no, but even you might not even be able to get cereal the way people acting.
This is true. I went to the store.
I felt like I had to throw some bowls of some old people the other day.
I think it kind of, well, in
I
my
haven't
area,
hit Walmart like first thing when they restocked.
that's the other thing too, y'all. Y'all got to go to like your smaller stores. Like I went to Aldi, Food Lion. I went to Walmart when those two didn't have anything, and I would go early in the morning. But I haven't found it too crazy. The craziest day I saw was Saturday, cause on Friday we found out we were out. But this past Saturday,
Yeah.
man, like I was in the grocery store. I put up a video, and the line was mad long. I'm probably not gonna have to buy groceries for at least a month and a half, which is fine with me, because the less I have to go out, the better. I just want no parts of that virus. I don't want to catch it. But I'm also trying not to overreact. I think there's some people underreacting too, because,
Yeah.
I see a lot of jokes
I
and
can see
stuff
it
like
both
that.
ways.
Yeah, I see it both ways, but my thing is this, like, I'm kind of like in case. Like, I just bought all this stuff mainly because if this hits the trucking industry or the trucking business, then the shipments will stop. Then we really won't be able to get stuff. It's not that we can't get it, it's just that people are buying it up out of fear. But I bought it out of, this shit is going to hit, you know what I'm saying, continuously. And I just don't know who it's going to impact next. So before it impacts, the food industry, where they bring, or the trucking industry, let me get my shit now. So I don't have to really worry about it as much. I also have canned goods and everything like that as well. But it's precautionary. I see both sides. There's a lot of people pissed about the schools being out and like, oh, well, what are y'all going to do? And blah, blah, blah. And what about parents?
And
Then,
that is hard. It is hard, especially because I'm a single parent. So,
right.
unfortunately, my situation right now, well, fortunately, I'm able to be home with my kid. But, what if I didn't? What if I still had that old government job and y'all need to come on in anyway? Like, you
Yeah.
can't take your kid anywhere. It's not childcare. The daycares are filled up if they're open.
So it's screwy because it's
Like,
like,
if you don't have no village, it is. Do you work or do you not go to work and risk getting fired because you can't go,
and then like the
you ain't
people
got nobody
like,
to take care of your child?
And then the people are like, well, why are y'all closing schools? And I'm like, you have to realize at a school, you literally have over 1,000 people a day congregating, walking
Schools are
around.
some of the ickiest places on
Exactly.
earth. One of the ickiest places on earth.
So those of you who
And
don't,
then especially if you have like a rotating schedule school
yeah,
where it's like
yep,
4 to 8 classes a day.
yep,
Like I know when I graduated, it was seven classes a day. And then I know eventually they went to like 8 classes a day. Then went to like some block schedule or some crap like that. But
yep.
yeah, depending on you, that and then and depending on how big your school is, I went to a small school, so we had a couple hundred. But there's 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 schools where there's thousands and thousands of kids. Like we're talking about, like hell, even in the South where a county, it could be one school is like for the county. So you telling me like it's just come on, you guys, let's just be smart about it. If there's a small enclosed space, more than likely the virus is going to spread quickly and faster. So let's just prevent that. We know kids
Exactly.
are resilient, but there's no point in putting them in that predicament.
So Biff, you just said, you know, what I mean, you hit the nail on the head. Those of you who don't get it, the shit isn't gonna hit. You know what I'm saying? Like this is just so that it doesn't hit hard and sharply, but it's gonna hit. Like we're gonna get hit with it, and people are gonna get it. And the prayer and hope is that a ton of people don't get it at one time, so that hospitals and medical care facilities aren't overcrowded and short on resources to help people. Because if you keep gathering and congregating and everybody and their mama gets it, you don't want to be in the emergency room with 1,500 other people. You'd rather be in there with a couple of hundred. Trust me.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's the mindset behind that. Those of you who think school being out, whatever, blah blah blah. School is very icky and nasty, like Biff said. I see it every day. And your kids aren't listening. Trust me. I showed video and had a long talk about hygiene, and someone was eating something off the floor 2 minutes later. So they're not unless you train them at home, they're not listening because they don't get it. You know, they don't get it. So, but it does suck. It's showing a lot of people's true colors. It's showing how unprepared or prepared we are as a country for something like this, and how we react to things in real life. You know what I'm saying? Like people out here comparing it to other diseases, saying, "Oh, it's not killing as much other people," and blah 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 blah. And it's like, we kind of got numb to all
Yeah,
those other
that's so
diseases.
weird.
Yeah, it's
I
not.
mean that, and then like I just, I don't know. It's a mess. I just want everybody to be safe, but just be smart. Use some common sense, and if you don't know, Google it. Google will give you credible sites for the most part, or let you know if a site isn't credible, which you guys should also pay attention to. Oh, that's the biggest thing. Stop spreading misinformation. Jeez, I
Listen,
don't know how many
the
people I've had to
misinformation has
correct
been
just off,
heavy.
right, just the basic science alone. How many people I've had to correct? Like, no, that's not how it happened. Like, no, that's not how it mutates. Like, no, that's not what a virus is. Like, it's people that don't even know the difference between a virus and a bacteria. They really think you can get antibiotics and then the flu is gonna be gone. Like, come on, you guys.
Nah, I don't know either.
It's not how that works. They don't give you anything for the flu. They give you stuff to treat the symptoms of the flu. Your body passes it itself. It's a virus.
Preach it, Biff.
But people just being weird, and I see it on Facebook, and they got 267 shares, so it must be true. Damn it. That's how people feel, and that should be driving me crazy. I'm like, come on, you guys, you're gonna get other people sick. Like the other day, we were gonna get something to eat, and I'm like, okay, I get not touching the door. I feel it. I understand. I'm not, not gonna trip about it. The dude takes the shirt he's fucking wearing, Bill. The shirt he's wearing to open the door. Guess where those germs are going, sir? Guess where you just transfer them, sir?
Yeah, exactly.
Like you call yourself avoiding it, and then you just ran slap straight into it. So I'm over it. I'm a little bit over it, to be quite honest.
Well, I'm buying stocks right now. Because some of your more popular stocks are definitely in the toilet. So I'm gonna make that come
Yeah,
up.
somebody said if you could, yeah, if you want to take that chance of possibly taking a loss, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean I'm buying stocks that are normally like $3 and $4 or 70 cents now. So we'll see. That's what I'm doing. But honestly, I am taking some precautions. Again, I have water, groceries, things of that nature, and some protective measures in place just in case the world goes crazy. Hopefully not. Hopefully things calm down sooner rather than later. And just praying for the people out there who have it. My girl showed me the other night, Idris Elba tested positive. I like that guy. Don't want anything to happen to Idris. I don't want anything to happen to anybody, but it's a little creepy to see that.
Kevin Durant diagnosed?
Oh, you breaking out. You breaking up.
Huh?
I need you to find your phone.
I don't know why.
You sound like you underwater again. Oh, reconnecting.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
That sounds better. That sounds better, yeah.
I got off the Wi-Fi. Yeah, I got off the Wi-Fi.
Oh, we feezy. All right, y'all. Enough about coronavirus. Really done with that. Y'all just be safe. Stop congregating. Stop going to the club. Go to the store if you absolutely
no, you
have
can congregate. Just don't congregate in big numbers, y'all. Just don't make it. Just be sensible about it.
And continue to monitor your health.
If you having to get together, that's fine. Yes.
No, this is your excuse for all the introverted people like me, man. You know that corona's out there, man. I'm not gonna be able to make it. Just add that to the list.
Well, that and the curfew too. That's out past curfew, man.
There's a curfew now?
Some cities have curfews. Yes, it is. Some cities have implemented curfews to where you can't be out from like 10 to 6 or 11 to 6 or they've told the bars and restaurants there's no dine-in. There's only to go and take out only.
Prayers and blessings and peace and blessings to the entrepreneurs out there. If you've ever, because I've done this, if you've ever thought about starting your own business, I know a lot of people out there do a lot of webinars and things like that, and I feel like some people like to company shame or shame people for having a job. Let me tell you, everyone that has a job that's still getting paid is really smiling right now because they're good. I being one of them. But those of you who are planning on starting a business or owning a business, let this be a lesson to you, whether you're in business now or you plan on starting one. Shit can hit the fan and it will impact you much more heavily and deeply than someone who has a quote-unquote job. So please make sure those of you plan on starting a business or you are in business, you need to save for emergencies. This is one of those freak emergency situations because when shit like this happens, the first thing to go is the non-essential shit. I literally stopped paying bills and started buying groceries, and I had to call like 4 or 5 bill collectors like, look, this is what the fuck I'm doing. Most of them are like, okay, cool. We understand. We'll move your payment to the back of the loan, whatever. Like they all let it go because they understand people are doing, you know what I'm saying, what they need to do and what's most important. Typically, small business owners, you know, depending on what field you're in, we're probably not a necessity. You know what I'm saying? If I sell clothes, like people ain't thinking about buying clothes right now. Like people probably aren't thinking about me right now. So what am I going to do when I have a bad month or 2 or 3? That's something y'all definitely need to plan for and save the shit out of your money. Please do. Because these are some of the pitfalls that a lot of people don't talk about. They make it seem like owning your own business is this big, beautiful, wonderful thing, which it can be. But when it's hard, it's really hard. When you know on the 1st that no check is coming and on the 15th, no check is coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not a good feeling. So y'all prepare. I'm praying a special prayer for y'all because I know how y'all are being impacted. Onward to Biff's topics. Biff has said, wait, things to do in the house? We could...
Yes, since we all got the coronavirus.
Yeah.
What have y'all been doing in the house? We've been watching, like, I hate to say it, it's been like a lot of TV. You can't help it. A lot of screen time. Catching up on shows, binge watching shows, movies, finishing games I haven't finished. I've been doing a lot of online shopping. Not buying, but I've been doing the online shopping.
Okay.
I think like we're gonna get out more. What the issue is, we're in the deep south, so it's a lot of pollen issues, and both me and my baby have bad allergies. So we try to get out when we can. The pollen counts are really high today, so probably not today. But you can still go to like parks and stuff, you guys. Not necessarily. Well, I said in the house, huh?
Yeah,
Sit on your
you said in the
porch.
house.
Yeah, sit on your porch and enjoy the air. You need 15 minutes of nature per day anyway. You'll feel better. And take a
Um,
moment. You know what? To think now that I think about it, if you're a busybody, be still. Take a lazy day.
true.
Like this is the prime time for you to charge up because the shit out of your control. So don't overstress it. You know, well, I know some situations are stressful, but try not to stress as much and just take it as a break. Sit down somewhere. Some of your bodies need a break. Some of your mental needs a break.
Yeah,
Charge up.
I've definitely been getting rest. A whole hell of a lot of rest. I really haven't been doing anything. I'm kind of like catching up on my rest. My girlfriend definitely came to visit, which is wonderful, but I'm sad because she's leaving soon. But I'll probably run down to see her, or she'll come bike. But definitely spending time with her is important to me. Definitely gonna be playing some video games. I'm also going to take this time to learn how to cook some new dishes. And catch up on some reading that I have not been doing. That's pretty much it. That's all you can really do. Find some new Netflix series, some Hulu series. And those of you who are writers, you can write. Those of you who do music, you can record. This is a good time to really just catch up with yourself. You know, that's what I want to do anyway.
Yeah, just take the time, you guys. That's all I really want. Just take the time. Just some self care. It's very important. Self care is big, especially for your health too. So
And,
just make sure it's a lot of self care going on.
and spend time with your kids. Those of you who are forced to, like, really just spend time with them. Like, have conversations with them, talk with them, be with them, be around them, because it's rare. Y'all normally only get to really see them like that during the summer. But get to know your kid, catch up with your kids.
Man, he's down there tearing up. I don't know. He's been obsessed with drums lately, so he's just like banging on every fucking thing downstairs right now. I
So
wish you could hear, Biff. He has a whole concert. He has a whole concert, solo only.
he have at home concert. I don't want to call them Corona babies, but a lot of people are saying there's gonna be a lot of babies after this time period. So
I
what's
could say Corona baby because my baby is an ice storm baby because he was the first one born at the hospital.
who
They
wants to be a
slapped that label
Corona
right
baby?
on him. So it's Corona babies. There's gonna be some Corona babies,
Oh,
some Capricorns.
December. So that means December is gonna be a lot of babies. We'll see. Let's see who all having babies in
December,
December.
around Christmas,
Yep.
December, for first of the year.
You hear that, baby? We ain't having no Corona baby.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
And also if you don't want a Corona baby, be proactive and not trying to have a Corona baby.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say there. Safe sex is great sex too, you know. But moving along, what was the next one, Biff?
Sorry, I'm like low key trying to work. You asked a weird question. Well, you didn't ask a weird question. You asked an interesting question. You said, "Do you have the right to prefer someone with no kids, even if you have kids?"
Biff, that's a legit question because a lot of people that date do this.
I've heard that before. I think so. I think it's from different perspectives. So normally, this is just me speaking from my days of ignorance. I would have. I mean, when I was single, I would have dated someone with kids. I actually messed with someone who had a kid, but I preferred a woman not have kids just because of the obligation and time that goes into that, and that would be taken away from us. And then I don't know if your baby daddy's crazy. They used to always worry me with the fine chicks too. Kind of like, your baby daddy must be crazy because you fine, or maybe you're crazy. I don't know. It just brings about an element that most people are uncomfortable with, and you automatically assume you're going to be a step parent, which you're not. But it's just a lot of bad misconceptions that go with that. But I do have a couple homeboys, and they said they didn't want to date anyone with kids, kind of for the same reason. They already had kids. They don't want to deal with any more kids, and their situation wasn't the best. So now it's like, all right, I don't want any additional type drama. But I do think it's weird because it's like, bro, you got kids. So how would you feel if someone says, oh, I don't want to date you because you have kids?
I think because you know what the fuck it's like.
Yeah.
And like you said, you're not sure if you want to take on that that additional responsibility. Like there's some people that, I'm not gonna say their kids were meant well, they were meant to be here. I'm gonna say that they didn't purposefully bring their kids into this world. And so, parents had hit them like a ton of bricks. I don't want no more kids. I'm done.
Right.
That's it. So of course you're gonna look for a partner who's okay with not having kids or no longer wants to have kids either. So I think you have that right. I think, I also feel like single people have the right to be like, that's not cool either. You hogging up all the baby mamas and baby daddies type stuff.
You stupid.
But I get it from both sides. Like, I don't know. I love kids, so I don't mind somebody with kids. I like having a big family dynamic thing. Well, mid-sized family rather. But I have a friend who she's one and done, and she will not date nobody else. Like if a guy's like, I think I want kids in my future, she out of there.
What?
She don't want kids. She's done. Like her experience, and I can't say that. Like initially, after I had Grayson, I was one and done because the pregnancy and the birthing experience was traumatic. And hers was traumatic, and she said, "I'm done. That's it. I don't want no more kids. Like I'm happy with one kid. We've got settled, and then I think because she's waited so long too. He's older. They're in a set routine now. Why would she want to start over?
Yeah, that's true too. You kind of feel like, and I guess the age matters too.
Yeah.
You rather them be a little older than younger, I guess. I don't know. I've been out of dating for so long. It's really hard. I don't know I don't even know what I would think now. Honestly. But I think those are some definitely weird and interesting dynamics. Some people want a woman with kids because I don't have to worry about having them. Like, oh, we have two together. Yay, no more.
Yeah,
Like,
that's enough, right?
that is kind of the hard part, right? Dealing with the pregnant woman or dealing with the doofy ass dude while you're pregnant.
Yeah, it could be either or. Just depends on the person and the personality.
What was yours
But
like, Biff?
my shit was traumatic, Bill. I was sick my whole shit. And then I had issues after I had him. So I was like over it. And then immediately after I got on my issues, that's when he had his first asthma attack. So I'm like, this whole birthing shit, this whole bringing life into the world, I was over it. Over it.
Mm.
And I wound up getting postpartum because of everything that happened too. I didn't have time to sit, like wind down and just like really get a hold of what the fuck was going on. It was like, here's your first kid. Boom. It was dramatic as fuck. I would do it if I have a loving and if I'm married, I'm gonna do it. Well, I don't even necessarily gotta be married. If I have a partner, I know that would help me through my journey as opposed to how it was my first time when me and my baby daddy was fighting like cats and dogs. That's probably why Grayson looked just like him.
Probably.
But yeah, no, I think if I have a better supportive partner, like a partner that I have now, yeah, I'd be more comfortable. But for the longest, for some years, I was one and done. I was definitely one and done, and I was not looking for somebody who wanted more kids. I just started wanting more kids maybe in the last 2 years. So like you said, it could change with your preference and stuff, what you want, what you don't want. Like that was enough for me to be like, I don't know if I want to do it again. And I'm the woman, so that's a big deal because I'm gonna be the one carrying. So that's what it is. Like I don't know. I really think that's one of them things. Like I can see it on both sides. It's okay to feel how you feel.
Yeah, I'm just. I'm glad I'm in the situation I'm in. That's all I can really. That's all I can really say. I think that whole kid thing is always icky and complicated, but I think I wouldn't rule anyone out though. Yeah, it can be icky, man. It can be icky. I got stories I'm not gonna tell right now.
Oh well, yeah. It can get sticky. Yeah.
What?
But
Wait
we're
a
gonna leave
minute.
that alone. I said it can get sticky. Like kids, dealing with somebody with kids,
Yeah.
that can get sticky, especially if you don't have kids.
Yeah, because it's like, where do you jump in at?
Yeah, where do you belong? But then also, like you said earlier, how people automatically assume if I talk to a parent that I'm automatically trying to be a step parent. Like that, no, that does not. Just because we're dating does not mean I want you to be father of the year. Like, how did we jump to this correlation?
Yeah, that's the
Like
other thing.
Gracie.
Just the roles. That's a whole nother conversation. So you gotta like, okay, we're gonna take this to the next level. So what does that mean for my relationship with your kids or kid?
Right.
Whew. It's hard
Oh,
enough
people
just to
crazy, Bill.
get people to commit. You got people committing to whole
Just a
families out
date,
here.
period.
Yeah.
But then I can't say nothing because my sister had 4 kids and got her husband. So she had 3 kids and had a husband. And then they got divorced. So she had 4 kids. And then once they split, he decided he just wanted to leave, period. So it was just her with 4 kids. And then she got a husband. So don't give up, you guys.
Yeah, don't ever give up now. Everyone's
There's
path and
somebody
journey is
for
different.
everybody.
Yeah, it's not.
Okay, and last but not least, let's get on. Biff, what have you listened to recently? So much music
Thank
has
y'all for
dropped. I just
listening. That is something else I need to do in the house. I started listening to Little Baby's album. Not Little Baby, The Baby. Which one?
The Baby is the short one. Lil Baby just dropped though, so I don't know
No,
who
The
you're talking about.
Baby. I started listening to
Okay.
his album. I'm liking it. I'm definitely gonna take some time to listen to some music. I still haven't. I just been kind of doing my own thing, relaxing. But I do. I'm planning on listening to his album. I got to give Jadakiss's album another listen. I'm liking what I'm hearing thus far, though. I listened through it once, haven't sat with it yet. But you're right. There's a lot of music coming out, and I really want to take some time to sit with some of this music and roll it into my rotation, especially now that I just have time to sit home and do that. But what have you actually been listening to?
Let's see. I just listened to. I went through Jay Electronica once. That was pretty good. I got to give it a second listen. That's one of them albums you got to give a second, third, fourth, and fifth listen. Um, I've been listening to a lot of R&B lately. I've been like a real R&B head lately. I've been needing more calming stuff as opposed to fuck you up, fuck nigga, and then and then the extra woke stuff. I'm kind of like I need a break from it too, even though I like the conscious rap. Oh, Don Tolliver. I don't know if you ever heard of him, Bill,
Nope.
but he's kind of like in the around the lines of Six Black or Black, whatever you want to call him, whichever you prefer. Um, yeah, he's really awesome. I've been enjoying Heaven or Hell, his album. I've really been enjoying it. Um, JoJo has an album that's getting ready to drop, so the little tracks that she's released so far have been good. Uzi's album was decent. I think it had some little bangers on there. Of course, none of this is conscious. Most of all, I enjoyed Janae Aiko's album, Aiko. She was really good.
I've listened to
Really,
none of
really
these
good.
people. I'm gonna listen to Lil Uzi Vert. A lot of people like him.
Yeah, his is really good. Janae's is really good. Janae's has been hers is the most streamed album since Beyonce's Lemonade.
Really?
So, yes, I just read that this morning. She broke some records too. So she's doing really good. Her album's really good though.
Interesting.
I know. Let me try. Anybody else I've seen? I don't know. That's probably been about it. Sometimes I get in these moods where I just want to listen to the same thing over and over. Oh, Money Man. I know a lot of people don't know about him. He's a Southern artist. But Money Man, he dropped two. I've been listening to him a lot. But other than that, that's pretty much been it. Dang, Biff, I thought you would listen to more music after I told you to listen to music.
I'm trash, yo. I'm going to
No,
listen to
it's
more
been
music, so
hard.
I have more to say about music. I gotta listen to Jay Electronica's album too, because
I think you'll like that one. I think you'll like
I've
that
heard
one.
some back and forth about that. Some people
Some
like it,
people
some people
saying it's
don't.
like yeah, so some people feel like it's a watch the throne kind of thing since Jay is on there
Yeah, they're like it's
a
too much
lot.
Jay.
So they feel it's like kind of featurey, but other than that, I'm rocking with it. I think I think it's a pretty well put together project. He did a pretty good job, especially for a project we've been waiting for 10 years. It had better have some decency behind it.
Yeah, I guess he didn't want to go wrong with that. But you know, the debut album, they say he don't even start his own album. They say
He don't
Jay-Z
what?
is the first one to rap on the album. I
Oh
don't
no,
know.
I didn't even think about that. Let me go back.
Yeah.
But even still, that's not unusual though. People are like they haven't had guest stars coming in on the
Wait,
intro. Like,
not your debut album though. Your very first album, you got someone else rapping first. That's weird.
Well, it's not like we ain't heard Jay rap before though. But then again, that might be his precedent. Guess
Could
first.
be.
You don't
Maybe
know
he's
what the hell
making a
he was
change.
thinking, right? And
That's
he's so
true.
deep, it might be some deep shit behind why he had him go first.
I don't
So I
see.
don't.
I don't know.
Right, Bill. That's what I'm saying. But music will make you think like that. Like, damn, is it really this deep or not?
Maybe he's just whack. I don't know.
No, he ain't whack. I give him that. No, that was a good album. That was a powerful album. I give him that.
Oh, you
I
said
will say it's a
powerful.
good. Yeah, powerful. It's like his word. A lot of his words. Like one of the ones. Like I don't know the bar word for word, but he was like basically he was like nothing fucking scares me, nigga. I see my mama smoke crack, and then like he just laid out his whole verse, and it was just his wording, his wordplay is amazing.
Hmm. All right.
Right, you
So
need to
Jay
listen
Elect
to
is on the
this.
list. He's on my listen
Yeah,
list.
but I definitely one of those you got to listen to more than once. I bet you the people that saying this like they didn't like it probably don't listen to it once.
Yeah, that's the other thing, y'all. I really feel like you shouldn't be able to judge music until like you sit with it for like a good month.
You got to
Like,
digest it.
yeah, you gotta digest it. Like, you can't, cause I mean, there's music I listen to now that I've listened to for years, and I still pull gems from it that I never caught before. As I age, I just think people judge music far too quickly, and it's like that's not one of those things that you just throw out there and then people just, you judge it instantly. You can't. You gotta sit
Yeah,
with it and dissect
yeah.
it.
It's such a I gotta say it first society like.
Yeah,
And then what kills me is like you wind up seeing these articles that's written a month or two later by a different type of writer, and then you like, shit, I missed that in the album. Oh
exactly.
shit, this is actually like Kendrick Lamar. What was it? To Kill? I mean, what was it?
The Pimp Butterfly,
The one before that.
Good Kid, Mad City.
Yeah. When that was actually a story,
Right.
but you could play it backwards and you could play it front. All the way through the regular way, and it's a story both ways.
Well,
Like shit like that, you're not gonna catch on the first listen.
exactly.
And that's art. Some of that stuff is like art. So that's why I feel like, yeah, you see people just rushing to be like, I said it first. I gave it 2 stars first.
I
And then it
hated it
be
first.
right. And then they be the same ones running back in like a month later. Actually, I take my words back. This is a classic. This is an album. Like, well, if you just would have waited anyway, we would have found out it was a classic. Like, but what else? People, it's society. I got to do it first. So it is what it is.
People gonna people, man. But
Yeah.
that's it, y'all. So stay indoors. Stock up on your necessary food and water items. I'm gonna listen to some more music, and I'll try to be more entertaining on the next show. I apologize. I'm kind of out of it right now too.
No, I think it's been a bit of adjustment for everybody.
It is, man. Shit, I'm posting late and shit.
And also, one thing I want to give a huge motherfucking shout out to teachers, because let me tell you how many times I almost stroked the fuck out today trying to do this schoolwork. Okay, like you guys got it. Like any bill that comes out, any amendment, any petition, anything that causes for you guys to get a pay increase, I am all for it. You guys have an avid supporter, because this shit here, nigga.
What you mean, Biff? It's not that bad.
Biff, I'm not a teacher. I'm a teacher maybe to older kids, Biff, but it's hard with like a 6-year-old that has ADD that you're not, he's not medicated. So, whew, we trying. We got 2 different type of personalities, and he like to try you first. But the kids always try their parents more than they try the teachers. So
Of course.
it is what it is. But I also just found out he also might be excited too. My baby can't see. He had been in the back of the classroom, so that's why he have not been doing so well.
Oh, that'll make a big difference.
Yeah. So now that he actually can see, he's kind of got that smart ass kind of attitude because he's very intelligent. So now he's actually soaking up the information, so he feel like he's somebody.
He is somebody.
He is, but not when I'm talking to you trying to tell you how to say it correctly with your misspelling ass.
All right. On that note, thank you all for listening. FME_podcast on Instagram, from my experience podcast at gmail.com. Don't forget about the Facebook group, From My Experience Podcast. We'll catch y'all again next week, hopefully with some better news and better updates. There's a lot of weird stuff going around in the news, And I kind of want things to settle a little bit before we speak on some of these things because I don't know what's real and what's not, and I don't want to perpetuate propaganda. So that's
All
it.
right, guys. Stay you, stay down, stay black, stay proud, and we will catch you next week.
All right,
Peace.
peace.